Thank you so much for checking out this video. Before we start, I just want to say please like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. I'm going to be trying to drop videos daily. Let's get into it right away. Hey guys, just want to make a quick video about this. If you don't know, League of Legends has put out I guess Riot has put out a new skin for the game League of Legends that cost about $200 to guarantee that you get it. Now the chance to get it comes in like a box or a chest, or a capsule. I don't know what they call it, but yeah. So it's a chance to get it in each one, but after you buy, I think 30 of them, it's a guaranteed chance to get it in the 30th box. So all in all, if you don't get it from any of the other boxes that you buy, once you buy the 30th one, it'll be $200 that you've spent to get this skin. Now, I haven't seen this video from Necrit, but I did watch the last one. This is an updated one, so we're just gonna go through this one together. But yeah, I feel like I'm gonna have a bit of a hot take compared to other people that I've seen do that have their takes on this $200 skin. Yeah, let's start with the video, and I'll kind of give my take as we go through the video.
Well, last time you might have seen us digging into Riot's latest attempt at cashing out on League of Legends. Something that's not necessarily evil coming from a decently fair free-to-play game, at least compared to what's on the market these days.
Yeah.
But the issue came from the fact that Riot's latest attempt at making money was not the most ethical one. And they pretty much revealed a recolor of a skin for $200. And the reasoning was that there are whales around League of Legends that simply want to pay more money for the game. Have you seen that meme?
I have way too much money, damn it. What am I going to do with all this money? Oh, my pocket. I mean, hey, that last panel, they're not really wrong. If you haven't met gacha players before, that really isn't very wrong.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So this skin was simply not meant to be accessible by the casual League enjoyer. It was designed to be pricey, so it would feel more prestigious. If you'd like to have more details on this, check out our last video. But in case you forgot, here's a super TLDR version of the situation.
Okay.
Riot did some market research and they found out that League can make more money than it already does. Apparently their biggest spenders, also known as whales, complained that they can't use their wallets to feel more special than the peasants. And so Riot is trying to add more cosmetics into the game that are specifically aimed at the top spenders. They are trying to make it accessible to casual players through a game of chances, but unfortunately that's how they essentially created a gacha inside League of Legends. With the first skin that is part of this being Dark Cosmic Erasure Djinn.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pause here and kind of give my thoughts on this. Like, there are players like this in every game that has cosmetics, which a lot of games now do, especially online games. They're not selling power here, and the skin is just, if you don't know about the skin, like the one that it's based off of, because this is just a recolor of it, it doesn't give like a huge visual change to the character or the effects. Like, there is a bit of a change, but it's not crazy. It doesn't block up your screen or a people's screen, so like it's not like you're paying more money to visually confuse opponents. It's not like that. It's really just a recolor version of the character. So I really don't see a problem with this. Yes, it's $200, but you don't have to get it. You're not going to play worse without it. Nobody's going to be better at the game with it. It's just a way for whales to look different than other players. It's really just a stupid tax. Like, you see somebody with it, you're like, okay, well, they have nothing better to do than spend $200 on this skin. Or, maybe they got really lucky, and hey, if they did, someone gifted them one of the boxes, then they got it on the first pull. Like, hey, it's pretty good for them. But there's really no problem with this, I find.
How it works is that you'll have to buy capsules that have a 1% chance to
Here we
drop
go.
the skin. But after 29 capsules, the 30th one will be guaranteed to drop the skin.
Yeah,
Or
exactly
in
what I
other
said.
words, it is a $200 skin. Someone actually did the math and they broke down the chances. Apparently halfway through, which means after spending $100, only about 10% of all players will get the skin. And
Okay.
at capsule 29, only 25% of all players would get it. So there is still the solid 75% chance that you will not get the skin before the pity mechanic just gives it to you.
Okay, so like I play or have played a lot of gachas. I'm not like a whale type. I usually spend I get like a monthly pass for it or something if I'm playing the game every day. I'll get the pass or like I think I've spent money on a single character in a game called Arknights, which kind of actually I'll make another video on that maybe, but that actually kind of ruined the game for me. The game became way too easy after you start whaling, and so I don't recommend anyone to do that. But yeah, as you can see here from the chart, like even if you go all the way to the pity, now on the 30th one you guarantee to get it. But look at this, 29 capsules. 75% of people will not have the skin after 29 capsules. You have to go to the 30. So this almost guarantees that you have to go to 30 or $200 to get the skin, which is like, it feels bad, but it doesn't matter. It's a skin for people who want to waste their money. It's a stupid tax skin.
At which point, it doesn't even matter, because you're kind of forced into buying these capsules in bundles, meaning that you very likely already purchased more than you needed.
Yep.
On top of this questionable way of acquisition, there is some drama about what kind of a skin it is.
I don't
It
think
is
it's
essentially
questionable
a
at all.
chroma skin,
I think it's
or
just
in other words, a recall,
people want to whale,
which was always previously sold for about $5,
okay,
or 10 if it was a bit more special. But this one is even more special because you don't need the original skin to use it, which would be $20. No, this is a standalone skin for $200. So yes, Riot is selling us something which they sold before. Except this one is just ridiculously expensive for the sake of the illusion of rarity. Even though it's not rare, there is no stock, the price was made up. What's funny is that in the comments of the last video, you guys pointed out even more questionable things, such as the fact that Riot did have a similar style of gambling in the past.
Yeah,
like when you could
I
gamble
remember
with
this.
gemstones, which they removed because it was unethical. But also, Riot did sell legendary skin recallers before, for 1/10 of the price of the new skin. Yeah, remember Lancer Blitzcrank? I totally forgot about that one. I can imagine if that one existed now, it would be one of the $200 skins. Not to mention Lunar and Solar Eclipse Leona. These were always around 20 or $30. But here comes Riot for Eclipse.
Go back really quick. Yo, I know so many people who would spend a ridiculous amount of money to get a waifu skin like this. Like the character is so zoomed out anyway, but I know so many people who would spend money on the character like this in a gacha just to have her look a bit different. Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Leona. These were always around 20 or $30. But here comes Riot raising the bar 7 times. Anyway, at this point it is clear that the community was not really happy with how Riot was handling this. The reason for the skin's existence is really just to make money, which you could argue is the point of every skin. But at least normally you get something unique in return, which you hardly do here. But alas, Riot listened. Which is as far as they went. They listened. They have no plans to do anything.
It's just like the Blizzard, we hear you, we hear you.
With it though, because they are curious to see how much money they can actually make with this. And we learned about all of this from Riot's response. It came in the form of a Reddit post
oh my God,
from
here we go.
Bright Moon. A really awesome dev I actually met at Riot
Right,
together
writing
with Meddler. It's the
journals.
guys who are transparent with every decision around League of Legends. Hence why this post exists. Though I have to say, it is concerning to see the post sitting at 0 upvotes. I'm gonna assume it's because the score is hidden, while also having about 1,000 comments. Anyway, let's dive in. Hey everyone, we know many of you aren't happy with Dark Cosmic Eraser Jin. I want to clarify upfront that we aren't going to change the skin or its rollout plan. But I want to explain why and provide information on why this is something we are doing at all.
Okay.
Look, at least they listened.
Yeah.
We want to offer a range of products for everyone, starting at the low
It's a
end
company
for free
trying to
or
make
for
money.
a few dollars, scaling to more premium content for more. Right now, prestige skins are the highest end of that spectrum. However, we've been getting feedback that they don't fully satisfy those who want something more rare. Now, I'm honestly curious. Where did they get the feedback from?
So, like he said before, and this is, I don't really understand why people don't get this, because I see so many people getting angry at this. Even some of my friends are like, can't believe that Riot would do this, but they said they had community backlash about the skin price and the way it's getting rolled out in, a gacha with the pity after 30. It's not for the majority or the vast majority of the community. It's for that 1% of players who want to spend the ridiculous amount of money of $200 to look a little bit different. It's not for everybody else, so of course everybody else is going to give it a negative review. But those single players, which this skin is for and who Riot is targeting, they love this, but they're a very, very small minority. They're not going to have their voices heard about this compared to everybody else freaking out.
That's not me trying to drag them down. I am genuinely curious about this. The number of whales has to be way less than 0.5% in League of Legends.
Yep.
They truly are a minority in the sea of very vibrant League of Legends opinions.
What I say?
How did they arrive at the conclusion that players want more expensive things? Are the random surveys really that powerful? This feedback makes sense. When we originally released Prestige, we got feedback that lots of players were excited for Prestige skins, not just the folk wanting rare or exclusive content. So we made them easier to get by doing things like adding the end of year Prestige shop, putting Prestige points in Event Pass milestone missions, and adding the Prestige point cash out bundle to events. When we switched to Mythic Essence, we also started bringing all the Prestige skins back into the shop rotation. I suppose easier isn't the right term, given that earning a Prestige skin is still difficult, so more accessible might be the right term. In case you forgot, at the beginning, Prestige skins, which let's be honest, they were just the $10 skins, were available for gems, which you bought from the store, as well as you got some of them for free by grinding the game. On average, by grinding the game a lot, you could get one of these skins for about $100. But people weren't happy about that one, and so Riot gave people more ways to earn the currencies, so they could spend less, and eventually people were able to get them for about the price of one of those weird event battle passes. So it's kinda crazy how they are turning things around. Alongside these accessibility changes, we also increased the quality of Prestige skins because many of you felt they weren't worth the investment. The difference here is that the investment to obtain these skins is higher for the average player than compared to players with the means to collect them all. We still feel this is the right call, but has solidified them as content that's really painful to miss out on if it's your main. We are happy with Prestige's evolution, but these changes have shifted away from being focused specifically on those of you looking for the rarest, most exclusive things. That's right! You should also remember that at the beginning, Prestige skins were just recolors that used champagne pink.
Yeah.
If it was
this Ari skin was or is still, I haven't played in a while, but was so popular.
Champagne pink, you would know it was a Prestige skin. But after some feedback, they decided to actually give the prestigious skins unique models. Or at least upgrades to the models. What's crazy is that in this post, they agree that it was the right call to give the Prestige skins unique models. But apparently that shifted away from the original idea of having pricey skins that are not really that painful to miss out on. And this is exactly what I said in the last video. I thought the reason why the most expensive skin in the game was a recolor is because everyone can still get the cheaper normal variation. The red color would be just an expensive tag. like
Yeah.
printing the word Supreme on a $3 hoodie. And this post pretty much confirmed I was right. They want to have more expensive items in the game for the sake of being expensive.
Yes, that's
because
exactly
they will
it.
give people fake sense of rarity.
Yes.
But they don't want the item to be actually cool because they don't want to force people into getting them. So essentially, some people label this the stupid people tax.
Yeah, see?
Because it is
What did I
supposed
say?
to be an expensive item.
What did I say? What did I say? Now, here is the hot take. I think it's good that, like, the skin isn't overly cool, I guess is the way to put it. I think it's a really, really good thing that it's just a normal skin like all the other ones on the shop, just tinted red. I think that's so good because, like, when you're playing an MMO or you're playing any like online game and you're walking around, you didn't buy a skin, you're just walking around in your cool armor that you obtained through a raid or through something else that took a lot of effort, and then you see somebody with a very, very much cooler and extravagant skin or armor or gear that you have, and you know that it's just a shop skin. That kills so much, like, immersion and just the vibe of the whole game, because you know that they didn't do anything to earn that. They just swiped their credit card. And if the skin looks exactly like all the others, just a tinted different color, that is so much better than having some crazy looking skin that, like, is way cooler than anything else on the shop. This is definitely the way to do it, and I'm really happy that they did it like this, even though I would never spend $200 on a skin. I would never spend... I think I've bought, like, skins in a couple games. Like in some gacha games, I've bought a couple skins. They were $5 or $7. I think in League, the only skins I've bought were the Fiddlesticks surprise party, and the God King Darius. I have a few others, but they were gifted to me. Um, I'm not really a skin person, but this is definitely the way to do it if you're gonna overprice something by a lot that's meant just for whales.
Item that doesn't give you that much in return. That is by design. Dark Cosmic Erasure Djinn is an exploration to fill this rarity ask,
Yep.
and how we act on the feedback we've been hearing will bear that in mind. This is why we are not changing anything before Djinn launches. Players who are asking for this kind of thing are incredibly small percent of League players. So in-game decisions give us a clear read whether something does or doesn't land with them specifically, as opposed to purely social media feedback, which is an important data point but doesn't always give us the full picture. We approach the design of the skin as a mythic variant of a skin that is already available to players, Dark Cosmic, and
That's so good.
time-limited in loot,
So good.
that those who want it can have other ways to acquire it later down the road. We think these rules still allow the skin to appeal to players looking for rare content without making it inaccessible to everyone else. And here they remind us that, yeah, we may be complaining on social media, but truth be told, we are all meaningless. At the end of the day, my opinion is worthless as well as yours.
True.
I'm not actually being sarcastic, I swear to God, this is the truth. Because
Yes,
this is
true.
meant for the whales.
Yes.
The whales
Oh, he said it.
will out.
He said it. Okay. So I thought it was just me giving a hot take here, but no, he said it. He agrees. Even though he does think it's dumb, I think most people do, but I don't think he's very angry about it. He's just saying the exact same thing I said.
Sir. And depending on the data they get, they will change their approach in the future. Again, they mentioned that they will take our voices into account, but it will be the numbers that
We hear
actually
you.
change the course. I kinda wanna applaud the transparency here. Also, they bring up the fact that later down the road, people will be able to reroll for this skin, so everyone can get it if they win the lottery. So I want to remind everyone that you can reroll into the skin by sacrificing 3 of the skins you have in your inventory,
Okay.
and getting incredibly lucky with all the skins that are available in the game. So the chances are you're not gonna get it.
Yeah, I mean, that's
There are
fine.
2 other things I want to
Doesn't
be clear
matter.
about. First, one of our core values in League has always been, and always will be, that we will not sell power regardless of how we experiment
Good.
with meeting
See,
the
that's what I
desires of
mean.
different players.
It doesn't
How
make you
much
stronger.
spend in League will not give you an advantage over those who don't spend at all.
Literally
This
just a
is
skin.
something we should still keep in mind. We might be molding over Riot putting a gacha system into League of Legends, but on the other hand, it is still just cosmetic. Things could be much worse.
Yes.
This skin doesn't actually matter for the game's mechanics.
Yes.
Which is why it is still labeled as the stupid people tax. Second, the experiments with content like Dark Cosmic Erasure Jin aren't taking away resources we put towards creating content for everyone else. Prestigious as mentioned above, but also regular skins, legendaries, chromas, or resources away from gameplay development. Quite the opposite, they help us fund more gameplay work. And this is another important point we should keep in mind. Because this is a recolor achieved with pretty minimal budget, that means that the resources are still going into the gameplay team, which is the team that gave us the universally praised arena for 2v2v2v2. So assuming the funds from the skin go to that team, or at least most of it, in theory the money from the whales should still be beneficial for all the players of all of Riot's games. I know this is a heated topic, and one that's not particularly easy to talk about, but I hope this post is helpful in explaining what we are trying to achieve. I will stick around to answer questions. We will also share how this exploration performed and the learnings about it in a future dev update video, so stay tuned for that. So,
I wonder if they actually did stick around, like in the comments and everything.
They will also
that would be
in a future dev vlog video, which are those awesome videos where they are being
good, but
now, even though this is it for the post, Bright Moon went where no mortal
oh god.
Into the comment section.
Oh my god, they did it.
And he took all the negative
oh my god,
like
here we go.
champion to answer some questions. Mainly all the answers.
Oh, this is going to be the good stuff. Here we go.
They got feedback from the whales that they want more expensive items, which should also feel more exclusive. But there were also times where he answered that even though there are players who want some skins earnable through just gameplay and engagement, the surveys showed them that there are players who just want more expensive items.
Yeah,
Here I can bring up two things. First of all, I don't think League ever got a skin that was just earnable through pure gameplay. It is true that occasionally League gives you random skins for free. Though not frequently, but outside of buying a scuffed battle pass, and besides that one earnable chroma skin 4 years ago, League never had a skin that would be just tied to playing the game. Even during events, it is just chroma skins for which you need to buy the original skin and you get it for currencies. So it's kinda interesting how that part was not really talked about. But on the other hand, I also wanna point out, so it was the bloody surveys after all. So, there's the update. Riot is aware of the fact that people are not happy about the
I'm gonna let this video play out to the end for the algorithm, but we're pretty much done here.
It's not for them, so why should they care? And that's why we got a $200 skin in League of Legends. You can't say that's not transparent, can you?
Well, that was a great video. I'm gonna let it play out to the end for the algorithm for him, because you know how that YouTube algorithm works. Oh, I can't believe I'm not subscribed already. Anyway, I've seen a lot of Necrit videos. You should definitely check them out. I'm going to leave the link to this video in the description, so please go to the original video and give them some support. Some Japanese ads here, some in Japan right now. Yep, I would definitely check out his channel, give him some support. He's a great content creator, always does amazing videos. Oh, look at the Nikkei ad too, oh my god. I played that game on release, haven't touched it since. Anyway, yeah, gonna like this. Yep, so I just wanted to give my 2 thoughts on that at the end there. I really think it's exactly as I said in the beginning. This isn't a big deal. I don't know why people are freaking out about this. It's a skin made for whales. It's not meant for the majority of the community. It's not very special looking. It's just a recolor of a skin that's already in the game. It's, like you said, a stupid people tax. If people who want to spend the money, who hopefully have the money and they're not just burning what little money they have left, because I do know people like that. Hey, been there myself some years ago, so, yeah. Hope you guys liked it. I definitely had a lot of fun making the last video, and hopefully I'll have fun editing this one after. So, yeah, please check out some of my other videos that I'm going to be uploading in the next couple days. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for checking me out. Peace.